Coachella Music Festival and Stagecoach Music Festival have a lot in common. They share the same venue, which is the Empire Polo Club in Indio, California. Both festivals are organized by the same company, which is called Golden Voice. Both sold out in both 2025 and 2026. They also both happen to be held in April on consecutive weekends, though Coachella is spread across 2 weekends and Stagecoach takes place the weekend after Coachella concludes. Now, Indio's hotel inventory is rather limited, so festival goers seeking hotels most frequently land in Palm Springs, which is about a 30-minute drive west and the Coachella Valley's primary lodging hub. As such, the data we dove into for this quick take is for Palm Springs. We compared each festival's Friday through Sunday in 2026 on a year-over-year basis to that of 2025, and we did it using Lighthouse's actualized hotel pricing data as well as short-term rental gross ADR. First, let's do hotels. Coachella's Saturday on weekend 1 jumped from $643 to $1,169, plus 82% year over year, the highest single-day year-over-year growth rate across the dataset. The rest of week 1 was muted. Friday was flat, which is why you don't see it on the chart, and Sunday was up 13%. Weekend 2 grew across all 3 days, averaging plus 23%. Stagecoach, on the other hand, fell every single day, negative 21% year over year, negative 12%, and negative 23%, averaging negative 18%. Now, let's look at short-term rental gross ADR, and this tells a different story. Every weekend shows year-over-year increases, including Stagecoach, which, if you recall, showed year-over-year declines in actualized hotel pricing. Coachella weekend 1 averaged plus 14%, weekend 2 led at plus 23%, and Stagecoach short-term rental ADR rose 12%, even as Stagecoach hotel pricing fell by 18%. Now let's talk about this. Why the gap between hotels and short-term rentals? Compared to short-term rentals, hotels are actively repricing in real time through revenue management systems, and in doing so, they are able to capture last-minute demand surges. On the other hand, leisure travelers that book short-term rentals for events like this are frequently booking longer lengths of stay and doing so further ahead of time. Okay, it's not uncommon for short-term rental travelers for these events to extend their trip, book well in advance, and lock in rates before any of that late buzz hits the market. Beyond pricing mechanics, according to the anchor from Placer.ai, there has been an increase in the family travelers attending festivals like Coachella, and also an increase in young Gen Z travelers who may be more budget conscious and skew more towards short-term rentals. Also, why the plus 82% Coachella week 1 Saturday spike in hotel pricing? That was Justin Bieber's first major live performance in 4 years. It was his comeback after canceling a good chunk of his Justice World Tour in 2022, and it followed his July 2025 Swag album, which earned an Album of the Year Grammy nomination. The set drove 77 million Spotify streams in a single day, a one-night cultural event you can't replicate, and exactly the kind of demand hotels capture and short-term rentals struggle to. Lastly, why the Stagecoach hotel decline? Headliner power. The 2025 bill, Zach Bryan, Jelly Roll, Luke Combs, was a peak lineup. Bryan was Spotify's most streamed country artist of 2024 and a top 5 overall artist in the US. The 2026 lineup, by contrast, was described by Variety as running from hardcore country to 90s alt rock. Post Malone, Lainey Wilson, Cody Johnson, and sub-headliners Brooks and Dunn, Journey, Bush, and Third Eye Blind. Diverse, but lacking 2025's contemporary country star power. Short-term rental gross ADR still grew along with the broader Palm Springs market, but hotels, which thrive on incremental last-minute headliner-driven bookings, fell sharply. So, 2 takeaways. 1, hotel pricing is able to capitalize on headliner spikes. Short-term rental gross ADR, on the other hand, captures more broad market trends. If you want to read the buzz of a single performer, watch hotels. Number 2, Stagecoach demand didn't disappear, it shifted. Hotel rates fell 18% year over year, but short-term rental gross ADR rose 12%. The country audience showed up, they just didn't book hotel rooms. And looking ahead to 2027, if country fans keep migrating away from hotels and towards vacation rentals, hotel revenue managers may want to benchmark Stagecoach pricing against short-term rental substitutes. Thank you as always for tuning into the Spotlight podcast. My name is Blake Reiter, and we will be back to you next week with another Lighthouse Quick Take.